Alright, there we go. We're ready to play some Marvel Snap. Oh wait, wrong deck. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, I better press this button too. Kunlun. It's not terrible. Okay, just need to get Carnage. We should be good. Dun 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 dun. Alright. Lemuria. I might be able to do something with Lemuria. Nova. Okay, we have a pretty great Carnage. There. Our opponent's just not playing anything. Alright. Don't know why that is, but maybe he didn't have a 1 or a 2. Oh, he might be that Cerebro deck, actually. This would have been better as a Carnage, but should still be fine. I would suppose that that is the same Lemuria. Oh, it's a Mr. Negative deck. And we can play Sabretooth here. I've never heard of Lemuria as an actual, like, myth, so... Oh, that's not really great. A personal question? Sure. I mean, it's not like anybody else is here. If it's that personal, you can send it to me on Discord. But it's up to you. Okay.
I am Iron Man.
Holy crap. Let me see. So he has Iron Man middle, so I guess playing Sabretooth there wouldn't be too bad. And then I can just go Deadpool. And like that. Oh, sweet. Ah! You called me during my stream. Okay, I guess I'll pick up. Hello. You are invading.
I am invading.
I will turn off my recording so that if I put any of this in a YouTube video, our conversation isn't a part of said YouTube video. Just in case.
Yes.
I also did not see losing this game, but I guess I just did. Holy crap. Holy crap!
Yeah, the stream is very far behind, so I'm seeing.
It shouldn't be that far behind. I don't think am I streaming with a delay?
You only just now did you say you did not see yourself losing this game?
Yeah. There's gonna be a delay. There's gonna be some amount of delay regardless of what I do. I have it on low latency stream, or at least it should be. Let's do all of that.
I did not realize my stutter was that bad.
Your like verbal stutter or your video stutter?
No, my verbal stutter.
I don't think it's too bad. I'm usually able to understand you pretty good.
You're usually able to decipher the nonsense I say.
You usually make more sense than I do, so there's that.
Fair enough.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one.
Flying whales. Hey, calm down.
Alright. Play my own. So what have you been up to today?
Hung out with Ghost, and then I hung out with Merrick.
Ah, so you were pretty much scheduled out.
Tomorrow I'm going to be at the library.
For school stuff?
Yep.
Huh. Doing a lot of studying? For like school and everything? But
Yeah, but I'd rather not talk about school stuff in my free time.
that's totally fair. I probably wouldn't either.
Assembly.
Okay, let's see what he's got in response to this.
You have literal death in your deck. How does that not instantly kill them?
Because Death in Marvel Comics is more of a passive character.
But it is death.
Yes. Yes, she is. She is Death incarnate. She's also in a really weird love triangle. The story being that both Thanos and Deadpool.
Well, obviously Deadpool is the one who gets the girl.
Yes, that is how that works. The only problem is he can't die, so he can never truly be with her.
So Thanos covets death, the person, whereas Death covets Deadpool, and Deadpool covets to be dead.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And Thanos also causes, as you might be expecting, a lot of death, so that ties him in there.
He's trying to impress her. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, Angel, you're actually supposed to stay in my deck. That's kind of why you're here. Oh, that's not good. Well, we will have to Scarlet Witch that.
What does Angel do?
So Angel, I will. Oh God, Angel, at least in the comics, he's a dude who has healing blood and angel wings.
Something tells me the healing blood came way later.
Yeah.
In early comics, just being able to fly was impressive, but nowadays it's like, meh.
Yeah, who cares? You can fly, so can everybody else. Hulkbuster. Um,
I do wish there was that there were more like angel characters, like actual angels in fiction, or like at the very least like missionaries of God, as it were. You know?
you are describing the comic book Evangeline from uh, the 90s.
Yeah. Well, I've not heard of that one. Maybe I should read it.
I recommend it. It's one of the early, well, what would you call it? It was done by Image, but I think it was actually partially worked on by Rob Liefeld himself.
Ah, do you like Rob Liefeld?
I'm actually a big fan of Rob Liefeld. I know a lot of people aren't, and their opinion is valid, but I quite do like Rob Liefeld.
So what's the comic called?
Evangeline, like avenge, and then Lynn at the end there.
Evangeline comic.
Some of the art is a little weird, but other than that, it's a pretty good book.
As it is with Rob Liefeld. Yeah.
I think Rob's part of it was mostly just like he did the idea work behind it.
Who am I thinking of? Who does like the super scuffed proportions? Who's that?
That is Rob Liefeld. That is the exact man you're thinking of.
Okay.
Oh, I had an America Chavez in my deck, and I didn't even know about it.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, so right. The whole Lemuria myth is that there is a missing continent named Lemuria, named such because people discovered that there are similar species of lemurs in both Africa as well as South America. So they think that there must have been a link between them, which would be another continent. That has sunken beneath the waves, sundered by the gods, and that Atlantis might be part of it.
That's hilarious.
Like I said, it's the Atlantis mythos on steroids.
And it's a lot harder to debunk.
Yeah. Who's to say that the bottom of the ocean isn't actually just Lemuria?
Like Atlantis, we can point to and say no. Plato pretty much himself said no. Atlantis wasn't real. I just want you guys to stop being so hedonistic.
The only reason we know Lemuria is baloney is because there is literally no evidence for it other than the fact that there is some convergent evolution going on all across the world.
And the whole idea of convergent evolution is shaky as far as I know, because I know a lot of scientists, at least in the modern day, say nah, evolution is just throwing dice.
Well, it's not really, because it's all about. It's usually about fitting niches, and convergent evolution is all about, evolution is fitting niches, and convergent evolution means that in two different things at two different or similar times had the same idea of how to go forth, which is why there were so many different species of crabs, because crab, for the longest time, until humans and mammals, was the apex of evolution, with its hard shell, pincers, and eyes.
Man, carcinogenesis is a fucking thing that freaks me out sometimes. Just become crab is the optimal play.
And that's called convergent evolution, and that is why there are lemurs, marsupials in different parts of the world. The Lemuria myth came forth before the convergent evolution was a widespread knowledge
Concept, yeah.
concept. Yeah, before more people knew about it.
Well, I gotta say, you have educated me a little bit, and
Yeah,
for that, I thank
this
you.
is. Hey, thank you. And this is not even getting into the parts of global history millions of years ago, where parts of the Earth were fitted together that weren't fitted together before. which we know because the Earth, the continental plates are always moving, just very slowly. Sorry, talking about paleontology again. My bad. My bad.
Nah, I mean, I would be surprised if you weren't, considering that is your thing.
I like old things not because they're old, but because they're a great source of inspiration.
And it's often free.
And it's free. I don't have to worry about ripping off, like, things that may or may not have actually happened because nobody owns the concept of paleontology or archaeology. So I can just take ideas from there as to my heart's content. And that is the legit reason for my play.
Oh wow, that Iceman fucked me up.
Kimi Räikkönen.
Is he called Iceman?
Yeah, Kimi Räikkönen is called the Iceman. That's his nickname.
That's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, due to the fact that he is emotionally just completely void and doesn't like and gives interviews with single word responses.
Yeah, I like race. That kind of thing.
Yeah. What happened, Eshban?
It's fun. Alright. So we're gonna... I don't want to give him a Lady Death that he can actually play, so... I guess we're just gonna drop Death at Shuri's lab. Wakanda forever! Oh no. Oh hey, it's Doom. Actually, I probably should have played that Doom somewhere else, but you know what? It's gonna be fine.
You're gonna lose to someone who doesn't even know how to spell hype.
I have not lost yet. Not gonna lie though, that Black Panther kind of scared me a little bit.
Maybe it's his hip. Maybe it's like HYP. Maybe it's like hit your points. Because he's gonna.
And he's gonna steal my cubes,
Yeah.
but he did not.
Wait, did you win that combat? Holy crap.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about this game is that it is actually extremely competitive up until like the very last turn.
Like I said, the stream is very far behind. I'm like a half a minute behind, so.
I'll have to see if I can fix that.
Here, don't worry about it. It's just not the best for me because I'm.
You're listening to both essentially.
Yeah. I heard myself talk about the guy that you just got done fighting, like he's currently beating you up. Wakanda.
Yep. Forever.
So do you get to pick your own avatar?
Yes, I actually changed mine from the last stream. It was Hazmat, but now it is Dr. Octopus.
Why Dr. Octopus?
Doc Ock is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Not just for the fact that he's cool, but also because he was played by, I believe it was, who was it? Alfred Molina in the Sam Raimi movies? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But very good actor, regardless.
I like that Sam Raimi depicted Doc Ock's the birth of Doc Ock like a horror movie because, oh, I don't know, Sam Raimi also directed Evil Dead 1 and 2. So like the moment where he becomes Doctor Octopus in that hospital bed is like one of the most classic horror shot things I've ever seen in a modern film.
The score they used for it, it's really cool. Oh wait, I should have played Lady Death at Sinister London. Magic.
I also just really like that his power is that he has these 4 mechanical arms that are just really powerful, and that's it. Because having extra limbs is a bigger power than you might think.
Yeah, I mean it makes hand-to-hand combat a son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I thought to myself recently, why do they call him Doctor Octopus when he only has 4 extra limbs? And then you thought, oh yeah, because legs and arms also are limbs, so that makes 8.
Yes. Although technically he would only have 6 true arms and 2 legs.
You can kick with your legs.
Yeah. But octopuses have 8 full legs, or I don't know, what do you call them? I think they're actually considered feet, like from an anatomical perspective.
They're limbs. They can grab things.
Those things are also incredibly smart.
Like just like Doctor Octopus.
Yes.
Now, I know that this is for a fact that I was first introduced to Spider-Man through the Sam Raimi movies, and that's why I'm biased toward them. But I do prefer Spider-Man as not being a super genius, and rather just like
A normal kid.
Just a New Yorker. Just being the friendly neighborhood. Just a New Yorker. Because we have enough super geniuses in Marvel. So it feels kind of weird to have more and more super geniuses.
Yeah, I mean the fact that like you have like, okay, you've got Spider-Man, who is technically a super genius in the actual comics. You have Reed Richards, you have Tony Stark, you have Shuri, you have the Lizard. And I mean that's just going into the ones I can think of off the top of my head.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, although he is more focused on magic than he is anything else.
He is an actual doctor.
Yeah, he's a brain surgeon, if I remember correctly.
And on the villain side, we also have Doctor Doom, who was a super genius.
Yes, and also a hell of a rapper.
Oh yeah.
No,
Doctor Doom is objectively the most busted Marvel villain, and the only one who can ever stop him is himself.
And like occasionally Reed Richards is there.
Occasionally he's there. Says hi.
No, Reed Richards, weirdly enough, is the greatest threat to all existence and doesn't even fucking know it. Like, the man himself is a menace.
Why?
So, Mr. Fantastic has at several times accidentally destroyed the world. Or
because of his inventions?
Because of his inventions or things that he's done. So, by dating Sue Storm, he almost got New York destroyed. By the simple fact that he dated Sue Storm. Because there's this other character called Namor.
Namor? Is that just Roman backwards?
I wish it was. Maybe it's supposed to be. But I actually have Namor as a card, so I guess I'll put him up on screen for reasons of lore. He's a guy that likes to run around in tiny, tiny shorts. So this is a character from like the 30s, Namor the Submariner, who is their Aquaman, essentially. And Namor really likes the Invisible Woman, like a lot. And he controls all waterways on the planet. So he floods New York City, like the coastline area of New York City, just that part. And he says he's going to flood the rest of it if he doesn't get a kiss on the mouth from Sue Storm. He walks up, not to Sue Storm, but to Mr. Fantastic and says, if your girlfriend doesn't kiss me on the mouth, he doesn't actually say it like this. He talks in a much more adult kind of way, but like mature and stuff. But basically, dude says, your girlfriend's going to kiss me or I'm going to drown to New York.
See, this is where Spider-Man should have stepped in because he's from New York.
Everyone's from New York. Thor is technically from New York because he bunks there.
Why is everyone in Marvel from New York?
Because Marvel offices have been in New York since like the 40s.
I wish there was like a Marvel hero and his superpower is that he's from Jersey. And that's it. That he's
that's
just from
the only
New
real
Jersey.
difference between him and anybody else.
Yeah. What makes him so special? He's from Jersey. Wait, there's other places than New York?
Well, actually, that's actually a funny thing because one of the biggest differences between DC and Marvel, and they actually bring this up in a crossover event between Marvel and DC, the Earth is physically larger in the DCU because they have such a huge number of metropolis level cities. Every superhero has their own like megalopolis city to oversee, whereas in like Marvel, most of it is centered in like New York.
Bro, all they gotta do when there's a new villain in Marvel is attack like Berlin or Tokyo. The response time will be like too late.
Probably, yeah. I mean, the Avengers technically defend everywhere, but yeah. Besides that, you're right. They would have a hell of a response time at the very least.
Yeah, they should absolutely go for Berlin, and then the heroes can take their sweet time getting there because it's Berlin.
The only thing that's come out of Germany in Marvel is a villain.
Oh, was it perhaps Red Skull?
The Red Skull, yes.
Oh my God! No, there has to be a German hero, right?
No, nope. Because his only real villain interaction is between him and Captain America.
No friggin' way. Hang on, wait. Okay. Category: all Germans within Marvel. Max Eisenhardt, who is that's Magneto.
Yes, he was in a concentration camp, if I remember correctly.
Kurt Wagner, that's
Oh yeah,
that's,
Nightcrawler. Yes, because in the X-Men Evolution adaptation from the 2000s, they made him just the most German that ever Germaned.
I never expected Nightcrawler to be German. I like
Yeah.
it, though. I like Nightcrawler's power because it's short-term teleportation. Short scale teleportation. I like him. He's one of my favorite X-Men.
Oh yeah, now you have even more reason to like him.
Okay. Then there's Johann Schmidt, who is Red Skull. Helmut Zemo. Who's that? Baron Helmut Zemo. Is he a hero? Dude, just tell me if he's a hero or not. Where's the... Okay, no, he's a villain. He's a villain.
Well, there was also a obscure character who was from a very old comic book that I can think of who was essentially German.
Cynthia Schmidt, or also just called Sin. Okay, so she's a villain as well. Christoph Nort. Okay, let's see. What about him? Maverick is his name. Da, 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 da.
With a name like
What's
Maverick, he's
your-
either an amazing hero or a terrifying villain.
Da, 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 da. What's your allegiance? What's your allegiance? In a later encounter with Hammer and Sickle, very on the nose, his left eye was gouged out by Sickle, and he was left to die in the Swiss Alps, forced to cauterize the wound to stop from bleeding to death. Maverick survived, was later resurfaced to aid Wolverine against a revived Weapon X program. So he's like a mercenary.
I mean, that's better than it could have been. I was actually thinking of. I have to make sure this is a Marvel property before I start talking about it.
Then there's Wolfgang von Stucker and Johann Schmidt again, but with Venom this time. Who is Wolfgang von Stucker? Let me see this.
Wolfgang von Stucker? Is it Stuka? Stuka?
No. Strucker, as in Strucker. Strucker.
Ah.
It would have been messed up if they called him if they named him after the Messerschmitt. Believe it or not, this character actually served in World War II. How about that? Okay then. This is. Oh, he's part of Hydra. Never mind. Okay then. Okay. There is a mercenary and an X-Men, and that's it. Every other German is an evil person.
Yes.
Why? Why? Okay. At that point, why don't the Avengers just put the kibosh on Germany?
Because they can't all be agents of Hydra, right? Like, statistically.
I mean, they have a pretty terrible track record.
Yeah, I never noticed that. The one I was thinking of, and I guess he's just someone who really likes Germany, was an obscure character from the US1 comics.
And it being?
He was called Baron von Blimp.
Baron von what?
Oh God, there's so much
Baron
lore
von-
I have to explain with that. But
What's the name? What's the name?
no, that's his name.
Baron von what?
Blimp.
Can you spell that last part?
BLIMP. Baron von Blimp.
Baron von Blimp. Hang on. No, I'm. What is this? Hang on, I'll be right back, and then you can explain all about who this guy is.
It's not every day you get to drop US1 lore on people. Gonna enjoy this. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Because it keeps the Hulkbuster bonus. That was close. That was close. Hell yeah. No. Hobgoblin boosters. Hmm. Oh, I accidentally missed my first turn. That's fine.
Boom, boom. I'm back in my bedroom.
Oh wow, somebody's
Apparently
actually playing Black Cat.
So tell me about this Baron von Blimp and his awesome martial beard.
So, to explain why he exists for the first part, there was a comic book about truckers in. Hold on, I gotta read a card first. Okay. There's a comic book about truckers in the 80s called US 1. And, well, he needed a bunch of vehicle themed bad guys to fight. And for whatever reason, the one that they went with, one of the main ones they went with was, of course, Baron von Blimp, who had a blimp that was full of Nazis. Well, not actual Nazis. He just really liked the fashion part of 40s Germany.
To be fair, they were designed by Hugo Boss.
Yeah.
YouTube, don't please don't think I endorse them in any sort of way. They were evil. They were terrible. Just they, the drip.
Yeah, that was the whole point of it, was for them to have massive drip. And, well, the guy just made himself a blimp so he could fly across the United States with a bunch of dudes dressed like Third Reich stormtroopers.
Wait, he turned
And
into a blimp.
no, he was just in the blimp. He didn't turn
Okay.
into one. It's just he just lived in one. Oh, I thought there was one more turn after this. Dang it. But hey, YouTube can't demonetize me for this stream because I'm not monetized anyway. Gabagool.
I mean, I dropped a massive f bomb in the in like the first 20 seconds of a song I made. I'm probably never going to be monetized.
You can probably get monetized. Just that one video, definitely not. No, because of the way they changed their policies.
No, I'm never gonna get monetized because my creative projects never get any recognition. Heyo.
Yeah. Maybe it's time to become a music shit poster then.
Hey, maybe. Who knows? All I know is that I've been making music for 10 years now.
You've gotten pretty good at it, at least. There's a lot of
Oh,
people
thank you.
who've been at it for longer than that. Still suck.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
Just-
look at Korn. They've been around since the '90s, and they're still mid AF.
I don't know. Merrick really likes that one song. What's that song?
I think it's Freak on a Leash is the one you're thinking of.
That's the one. He really likes Freak on a Leash.
That's probably their best song, to be fair.
All right.
Boom da ba dum ba. That notwithstanding, but yeah, it's a pretty decent song by a band that I'm meh on. But that's mainly more for personal reasons than the band's actual quality.
And if you like the Corn grunts, mayhap I interest you in Annoyed Grunt by Emil Cicierega.
Annoyed Grunt by Neil Cicierega. That actually does sound like something I'd be unironically into.
Yeah, just play it for yourself. Annoyed Grunt.
I will have to do that when I find my phone, which I don't know where I put that. Probably on the other side of the room, like a goober.
Like a goober. They use a sound clip from Korn, Homer Simpson, and what's his name? The guy from Home Improvement,
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. You know the one that.
Yeah, the kind of thing. So what did make you decide to invade my stream tonight?
I saw in my notifications because I'm subscribed to you and hit the bell.
Oh, thank you. That's how everyone should be.
Yeah, of course. I saw Card Tiger is live, and at the time it was like 12 seconds ago. Card Tiger is live. More Marvel Snap. Death Deck Rent Climb. With a picture of our girl, Asia Clan.
That makes me happy to say our girl like that. I always like when people are fans of Aisha.
She became like the premier reason to watch that show. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, I mean every show's got to have that one character that sells it, and she's Outlaw Stars.
Absolutely, dude. It's a good show, but like she turns it into a great one just by being there on camera.
It's kind of a similar way I feel about Ryoko from Tenchi Muyo.
While we're on this subject, by the way, of cat girls, Merrick was asking when we're gonna continue She-Ra.
Anytime you want to, basically.
Yeah, well, stay awake for longer. How about that?
Yeah, that's a problem I have sometimes.
Then we can get to it, and we can watch show.
Can watch show. I will watch show with you. Oh no, it's the guy. I actually will abstain from playing Squirrel Girl because I don't want my Space Throne spot taken up.
And then we can watch more adventures of Adora the Dumb Jock. And
I
her
like
on again,
that
off again. Friend enemy, Catra. Who is Tsundere incarnate.
She is. Well, that didn't go the way I planned it. but I think I'll still be able to do this. This guy is scary. Oh man, I should have played Deadpool on the right instead of on the left, or in the middle, rather. Would have actually won that if I'd done it, but that's okay. But yes, it has been really nice talking to you, regardless of if I planned it or not.
As a
We
matter of
definitely.
fact, I was the one who planned it.
You were like, aha, he can't say no to me if I just call him while he's streaming. Dude, that is sick looking. Nowhere. Ugh, Jotunheim. I don't like Jotunheim.
As in Marvel or in general?
In the context of this game, no,
What's wrong with
Jotunheim makes your
Jotunheim?
cards weaker every time that, or for every turn that they're there. So the only way to play it is to only play cards there late in the game. But sometimes you can't afford that because you only have so many board slots at the other locations.
Well, it's the land. It's the land of giants, and the home of the people that birthed Loki, the half giant.
And if I remember correctly, Ymir was also from there, like the giant Ymir. But I could be wrong about that.
Loki and his gigantic uber big girlfriend.
Dude has taste.
Oh yeah, the dude has taste. Like his girlfriend is enormous because she is Angarbotha is described as being a giant among giants. Loki looked at that and went, "Oh yes, I will take that. I will take that. I will wed that. I will have a long, fruitful life with that." And then he gave birth to a wolf, a horse, and a snake that wraps around the world. He did, not she. She. He did. He gave birth to those things.
Oh, that was huge. That was big. As is Loki's girlfriend, but
You know, I don't understand this game at all, but I'm just gonna support you anyway.
it's pretty simple. Just got to have the big number.
Oh, your opponent retreated.
Yes, because he got two of his cards blown up, and he needed them very badly. Huh. The bar with no name. That's one I don't see very often. Ooh.
Fun fact. You know where Raimi's name came from?
In your story?
Raimi from my story. Yeah.
Yeah.
His
Where is
his
that?
design and his design and name were based on a scrapped story idea that I brainstormed with Rickard, where Ramiel, the one of God's angels, comes down to Earth wandering, and like even the design is the exact same. Uh, calls him slash herself Raimi, and tries to guide people to a better life without directly like trying to convert them. Just like trying to make the best of their situation so that they can still go to heaven.
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it never went.
Well, that's sad, but I mean, at least you're getting to use it now.
Yeah. And probably one of the only good things that Neon Genesis Evangelion ever did was introduce me to Ramiel.
Ah, you like the.
I especially like the reboot version where there's is not just a geometric shape. It's also a bunch of geometric shapes that twist around all fourth dimensionally.
Wait, how do you?
It's a
Hmm.
it is the only like truly it is the only like truly like outer dimensional angel in that entire show. For the first time I can truly describe I am not believing what my eyes are seeing, and I don't think I could comprehend it if I were there.
Yeah.
And as such, objectively, the best part of that show, in a show that I do not consider to be very good.
Ooh. The Ava dislike. I have always been very neutral on Ava.
Okay, the premise is cool, but then it just completely forgets about its own premise halfway through the show.
It does.
And then the last couple episodes are just pure like an hour of Shinji internal melodrama.
Yeah. The
Really
ending
straight-
kind of puts me off as well. Like I mean I understand why the ending is the way that it is, but yeah.
because the writer was going through some stuff.
Yeah. Which
And
is fine.
and it made the entire team sad. So of course, in order to decompress, they had to make Fooly Cooly.
Which is a good way to do it if you can get it that way.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you, by the way.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, come on, it's pretty much just the two of us. It's gonna be okay.
Just the two of us.
But
But like, what if you get big and then someone like you get like a lot of super fans and then someone stumbles upon the stream and is like, man, this guy right here who decided to invite himself onto Tiger's stream is such an asshole.
Then I'll have to tell them they're calling my boyfriend an asshole and they better stop.
Oh.
I don't cotton to that. I will tell you for free. Because I think everybody, regardless of what their opinion is, I think everybody should be allowed to say what they want. Even if I don't agree with that. Oh. Was that good or was that bad?
What?
Oh, something happened in the game and I was like, I was unsure as to whether a good thing just happened or a bad thing just happened. I think it was a net positive, so we're good. But yeah, as far as Ava goes, it's not my favorite mecha anime, but it's also not my least favorite. I can take it or leave it. I mean, there's definitely worse competitors out there.
I wanna check out Macross at some point.
Oh, Macross is sweet.
Because I was introduced to Macross by being told that it was Robotech, and which I thought was the same thing as BattleTech, but it turned out it wasn't.
There is a huge debate. Well, not a debate, like legal issue with the whole Macross versus BattleTech, because if I remember correctly, BattleTech actually took some designs from early Macross and put it
like the Marauder Mark II, yeah.
and put them in the actual tabletop game, and so there's been a legal battle for ages over that.
Now, if you want the best and coolest mecha, look no further than Command and Conquer.
Unironically, I like some of the mecha designs from Command and Conquer. I know they get some shit sometimes, but I like them.
But Command and Conquer?
Yes.
Why do they get some shit sometimes? I think they're objectively awesome.
I do as well, but there are some people who are like, "Oh, they're not very realistic. They don't fit in with what a real military would use." Yada yada yada.
It's the year 2360. What do you want?
Better apparently. Oh, so close. Got taken out by the Silver Surfer.
What's so unrealistic about a mecha in a world already populated by an alien parasite plant?
Yeah, I mean, it's like people forget the whole Tiberium thing even fucking exists. Which is a weird thing. Like, I remember there was someone who, like, did this whole deep dive on the vehicles of Command and Conquer and why they don't work as vehicles. And I understand that he did that just for YouTube content and that it wasn't some big slander against Command and Conquer, but still, it felt like missing the forest for the trees a little bit.
Like, bro, you can't tell me that the Wolverine mech from Tiberium Wars and the Titan mech and the Mammoth Mark II aren't awesome.
They are absolutely wonderful. However, I will say that the Wolverine will always remind me of something that I that is very divisive in the Command and Conquer community.
It being?
Command and Conquer Rivals, the mobile game.
You need to see this. I mean, well, Rivals does not know what Command and Conquer looks like in general, so I mean, you know, that's just a terrible art style.
Like, yeah, because it's this weird middle point between like Clash of Clans and Command and Conquer.
Because the best the Wolverine has ever looked was in Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars.
Oh yeah, with the Kane's Wrath expansion pack.
Wrath expansion. That's the one. That's the one. And the Titan, of course, it's older brother. And when you make them fire at stuff, they can scream, "Steel Talons rule!"
Steel Talons do rule. I can attest to this. I like Steel Talons a lot.
They may be like objectively the worst faction in the game, but I always play them because I love them so much. Now you might be thinking, why are you saying Steel Talons is the worst faction? Well, because it's like GDI, yes, but they don't have rail technology. Well, they do. They don't have sonic technology. They don't have sonic technology. They don't have zone troopers. They don't have sharpshooters, and they don't have commandos.
You are on the mecha train, or you are nowhere at all.
Yep, you are on the mecha train, or you're nowhere at all. You are going to make grenadiers, and you will be happy about it. And you know what? I am on the mecha train.
Ah. Oh man, when I will say the giant like four-legged walker is my favorite GDI unit of any game. The one that's got like the tusks, like the two fucking like cannons on its face. That looks like an AT-AT from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's the Mammoth Mark II.
Yeah. It's
The Mammoth
goofy
Mark
as
II.
all get out, but I love it.
No, it's not goofy. It's awesome. It is a gigantic walker of death that makes these hydraulic noises every time it moves.
Near, 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 near. I might have to re-download my Command and Conquer 3 if it works, if it still works.
Dude, if
On
you,
modern stuff.
if you can get Command and Conquer 3 and Kane's Wrath, I am going to link you the mod that lets you play online, CNC Online. Because my friend Gwen and I, and as well as other friends, we play Command and Conquer 3 very often. We still do. It's a game from 2006 and it still works.
That's awesome.
So you should absolutely download it, because then we can play.
Alrighty, what do I do here?
As one might expect, he is a base GDI mod, base GDI main, and I am a Steel Talons main, though I will dabble in some Nod every now and again.
I definitely main Nod, usually Black Hand stuff.
Black Hand, you like the fire, you like the flame.
I do.
You like the Purifying Flame mod and the Confessor Cabals. You like the Purifier Ready.
Yeah.
Set it on fire. The ash.
Rock. Rock.
I especially love the flame tanks and how like utterly smitten they are with their own fire weaponry.
They are. They absolutely talk way too much about fire, and that's why I love them.
Well, if you click on one while it's attacking something, they'll say something like, "It's beautiful," or "Yes, yes."
Phew. All right. Well, what time is it? It's 6:46. I planned to get off around 7. So I will end the stream, but I will continue our call if that's